Hello, and thank you for streaming with us, and welcome to In-Depth Look. I'm Alan Wood. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe so we can bring you more videos. Let's take a look at a few of the stories we have for you today. We're going to take a look at the Israel-Gaza conflict, where the turmoil is steadily brewing. There have been reports of more deaths in the area. Also, the USS Carney, one of our naval carriers, was involved in a fracas with 14 drones. We'll tell you more about that. A Tennessee couple also was involved in a tornado that almost ripped their family's lives upside down. We'll tell you a little bit more about that later on, but let's take you back to Israel, where 3 lives were lost, and they say it was at the hands of the Israeli army. So we'll take an in-depth look at that situation and tell you a little bit more about it right here. This video was taken by 28-year-old Yotam Haim on his kibbutz near Gaza. He says a terrorist infiltration is underway sometime after Hamas militants set fire to his house. When he opened the window for air, he was kidnapped. Tonight, Israel announced that Haim, along with 2 other Israeli hostages, 25-year-old Samir Talaklaka and 26-year-old Alan Shamiris, were killed when Israeli troops mistook them for Hamas fighters and shot them. That's according to the Israeli military, which says they may have escaped or were abandoned by their captors. Prime Minister Netanyahu wrote in part, "Together with the entire people of Israel, I bow my head in deep sorrow, calling it an unbearable tragedy." Tonight, families of other hostages are calling to restart talks to free more captives.
We cannot handle with more death. We want them now here.
Israeli troops are fighting Hamas street to street and bombing intensively. The Biden administration is urging Israel to switch to a more targeted campaign.
We're not here to tell anybody, you must do X, you must do Y. We're here to say, this is our perspective as your partner, as your friend.
The Israel military says it does more than any other army in the world to avoid civilian casualties, including warning Palestinians with leaflets and robocalls. Tonight, inside the West Bank, Gazans who were working in Israel are now trapped. They have all undergone background checks by Israel. Ahmed and his wife and 4 children were killed by an Israeli airstrike in Gaza just a week ago. They don't know when they will go back to Gaza, and say every time the phone rings, it's usually bad news that someone else is either injured or dead. This latest launch happened early this morning. U.S. defense officials saying USS Carney shot down 14 attack drones in the Red Sea, launched from areas of Yemen controlled by Houthi rebels. The Houthis say they were targeting Israel. This is just the latest in a series of instances since October 7th of U.S. ships destroying drones and missiles launched by the Iran-backed rebels, either directly at Israel or at ships they believe are connected to Israel. The Red Sea, Gulf of Aden, the Suez Canal all see about 30% of the world's container ships. Now, several major shipping companies say their ships will not use that route, which could impact the global economy. The White House is saying it's working to strengthen a 39-nation task force to make the Red Sea safer for commercial ships. Towering over the rubble of her mobile home and shadowing her crushed car, Sydney's kid's playpen is wrapped around a tree, a jarring reminder of how easily the tornado tossed their 4-month-old baby to the wind.
The roof came off first. The tip of the tornado came down and picked up the bassinet with my baby Lord in it, and he was the first thing to go up.
In an attempt to keep the bassinet inside, her boyfriend and father of her children was sucked up with it at the same time in the back bedroom. Sydney threw her body on top of the 1-year-old son, shielding him.
Literally, the moment I jumped on him, the walls collapsed. I was being really crushed. I couldn't breathe.
The couple frantically searched through the rubble in the pouring rain for the infant.
I thought he was dead. I was pretty sure he was dead and we weren't going to be able to find him.
Then, a miracle, they found baby Lord alive with just a cut on his face.
It looked like a little tree cradle. He was just laying there.
Fortunately, this entire family survived. And now as she walks back on the scene and takes a look at things, she realizes how lucky her family really is.
Everything could be taken like that. You better listen to them warnings. You better stay on top of the news.
The children that she risked her life to save are sleeping peacefully tonight.
Like, those kids are what saved me. Like, they saved me from everything, and I don't know what I would have done without them.
Well, I'm glad that family made it out alive. Good luck for Lord and his family. Well, that's all the time we have. Thank you for streaming with us. I'm Alan Wood. We'll see you next time at the top of the show here at In Depth Look.